Hey guys, it's MegaSword, and today we're gonna do a top 5 God Roll Legendary Primaries. Not just a heads up, these are my opinions and they're my weapons that I've gotten throughout the 3 years of Destiny. Anyways, without further ado, let's start the countdown. 5. At number 5 we have Nerwin's Mercy. Now, Nerwin's Mercy was a pulse rifle that you could get in the year 2 of Destiny. And it was during a time where the pulse meta was, well, it was a meta. And it was great to have, great weapon to have. Anyways, the perks on this one that I had was Outlaw. And of course, it had Third Eye, which back then we also didn't have the artifacts that enabled you to have your radar active with primaries. Unless of course you were a hunter and had Knucklehead radar. But anyways, I like the overall look on it. And with almost perfect stability, this weapon was a god roll. Anyways, in this clip you're watching, I do not have my pulse reloader gauntlets, so the reload is pretty slow. But I mean, overall I like the design of this weapon, and because of the perks, Outlaw, Brace Frame, and Third Eye, this was one of the guns that I had that were god roll, and I actually liked it a lot. Anyways, I'm going to show you a small clip of what happened when I took it out of Crucible. Unfortunately, it's not that great in Crucible anymore, especially since fast-firing pulse rifles is the meta right now, such as the Clever Dragon. And pretty much any other pulse rifle is going to beat this, so too bad Nervous Mercy, you were one of my favorites. Back to the vault you go. 4. At number 4 is the Shuttle prize. Now this gun was very famous during the first year of Destiny, and it makes a comeback again. So this Shuttle prize that I got has the red dot, OAS, crowd control, third eye, and of course hand laid stock. So that gives it almost 100% stability, so it's basically a little laser. Even though the range might seem very small, it actually still has pretty good amount of range, especially since PvP maps are all close quarters, and in PvE you're still gonna get up close and personal. Anyways, this is one of my favorite guns to run around and just relax, especially in PvE. And for PvP, well, take a look. Alright, so I'm in a game of Clash, running with freaking Party Crasher and my Shadow Prize. Now, there's a golden guy around here, so we're gonna take him out with the shotgun, and there's one more. But we take him out, we traded with freaking gift grenades, so that's actually pretty good. Hopefully we can try to get one more person before we go somewhere else. Alright, this guy's hurt. Look at that range. I tell you guys, the range is pretty good on this, and it shoots like a laser, so it's very easy to control. Now for PvE, of course the crowd control is where the perk shines best. Does extra damage after a gets a kill, and it's really good for small enemies, and even then for the boss. And as long as you can have steady aim, you should be able to get him. For example, right there, I'm shooting him right in his crit spot, and bullets rarely even move, and it's overall a great weapon. 3. At number 3 we have the IS Luna. Yes, the famous IS Luna. And let me show you the perk that I got on mine. I have True Sight, IS, Outlaw, Rifle Barrel, and Mulligan. Now you're probably wondering, oh my god, that's not a god roll, MegaSword. Like, the god roll should be rangefinder and look in the chamber. Now yes, well, I agree that rangefinder and look in the chamber is an excellent roll. For me, this is actually more to my style. Why? I like landing those headshots, so Outlaw is actually very good for me, both PvE and PvP. And Mulligan is very helpful, especially with ghost bullets. Anyways, it's one of my favorites for PvP and PvE. Alright, so for PvE, I went to the Strike, as we all know it. And we're going to show you how the IS Luna works, especially with hand reload gauntlets. Now, it actually has pretty decent range, so you don't really need rangefinder unless you're like trying to snipe a sniper, which I wouldn't even recommend. Plus, most PvP maps are close quarters, so it would just be a wasted perk. Outlaw is really good, especially if you have 2 opponents coming at you. Just reload your gun as fast, especially if you land those headshots. Okay. 2. At number 2 is the Hawk Sound. Now this was my favorite weapon in all of Destiny. And it used to be the king before the clever dragon took over. Anyways, the perks that I have on this one is the SLO19, Hammerforge, Rangefinder, and Handlaid Stock. Alright, so with Hammerforge and Rangefinder, of course I increased the range for my Hawksaw, and even though it looks very small, you have to remember that most PvP maps are close range. And of course, Handlaid Stock, what it does, it increases my stability all the way to 100 without damaging the magazine. I keep 30 bullets, which is even more than the Clever Dragon. And let's talk about the design. It's covered in green and blue paint, which looks very lovely. Anyways, if I take it PvE, well, it might not be the best PvE weapon, it's still very useful. And of course, as long as you land those shots, you will get the job done. Anyways, with 100% stability, I can even aim this weapon without actually having to zoom in. Of course, zooming in actually is more beneficial, especially with Rangefinder, because I'll be able to deal more damage. For example, on this boss right here, if I zoom out, I'll do 900, and when I zoom in with Rangefinder, I'll do 1100. So anyways, that is it for the Hawksaw. Let's move on to my number 1 God Roll Legendary Primaries. 1. At number 1, it's not like the others. Now this weapon, I actually decoded it from a Legendary Engram, and it's one of my favorite guns, and even more than the freaking hung jury that the freaking vendor was selling. Anyway, it comes with the reflex, sights, triple tap, freaking explosive rounds, and firefly. This is basically the equivalent of the Fatebringer, except it's in scout rifle mode. Anyways, this gun doesn't need that much stability as long as you pace your shots. But anyways, the reason why this is my number 1 is because these rolls are freaking awesome, and I wish every gun had these perks. This gun is especially good against the Cabal, and I'll show you why in just a minute. The design is gorgeous. I love the orange and the blue. Reminds me of my school colors. Anyways, let's go. To test this out, I went to the Brother Strike, which there are plenty of Cabal around. Now, one thing I like about this is that I can shoot their shields, and the explosive rounds will actually cause them damage and cause them to flinch, making an opening so that I'll be able to shoot them. Now this is one of my favorite guns just for this. I don't know if it's a hidden perk or whatever, but these explosive rounds are OP. But we're over here at the ending, and while that works with red bars, it does not work with yellow bars. It causes immune, so I actually have to aim my sight, or just throw a grenade, or maybe wait for wrong. Anyways, with more enemies in sight, this takes the bad guy, and with triple tap, if I can land consistent shots, I can actually add maybe 6 more shots to the 17 already in the magazine, which makes it almost like a 20-something scout rifle, which is one of my favorites. Anyway, that concludes my top 5 God Roll Legendary Primaries. Anyway, stay tuned for the next top 5, which is going to be my God Roll Secondaries. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed already, do so. And hopefully you guys like this video. Make sure you check out the previous Destiny video, which is on screen right here, just for your viewing pleasure. And as always, it's your host, MegaSword, signing off.